What's up guys, I'm BTC. Today we're going to look at all the strengths and weaknesses of Brigitte versus all the other heroes. I get a lot of requests to make videos about heroes that counter each other. So rather than just doing like a top 5 list, I wanted to show Brigitte versus all of the other heroes. Keep in mind, just because one hero is strong against another doesn't mean it's an automatic win. There are many factors, including player skill, that will determine the outcome. Starting out with Doomfist, Brigitte's looking pretty good. She isn't a hard counter to him, but definitely has some advantages. While she may not be able to get an elimination on him, she just completely ruins his day. When he's trying to come in and get his little combo going, she can interrupt him with the shield bash, or she can whip shot him away. And on top of that, if Doomfist tries to target her, she can very easily survive his combo. And even though she's a support, because of her armor, she can survive a full power rocket punch into a wall. Against Genji, Brigitte is very strong. Normally, Genji would make quick work of a support, but Brigitte has both armor and a shield. It's quite easy to defend against most incoming damage except for his dash. Deflect will block your normal attack, but not your shield bash. Any damage dealt to you can easily be healed through your Inspire passive, and Genji is always in danger of getting quickly comboed down if he's caught with a shield bash. Mccree is neutral versus Brigitte. Both characters have abilities that do a good job of canceling out the other hero, and neither one really has an advantage. Pharah's going to be the first of several hard counters. Her rockets minimize the effectiveness of armor, plus her long range and flight keep her completely out of reach for Brigitte. There's almost nothing Brigitte can do against the Pharah. Reaper is yet another hard counter for Brigitte. He excels at destroying tank heroes and will make short work of her. His higher health makes a quick combo impossible, and he can easily shred through her shield. Soldier 76 is another soft counter. Most of the time, he's going to be out of Brigitte's range, and he's also able to melt away her shield very quickly. Sombra is yet another hard counter to Brigitte. The hack ability is devastating, as it shuts down not only Brigitte's shield and all of her defenses, but also her main healing ability. While the Inspire passive will still work when hacked, the majority of Brigitte's effectiveness is gone, making her an easy target. Tracer is one of the best targets for Brigitte. Tracer's damage is cut in half versus armor, and the shield will also block a large amount of Tracer's damage. However, the biggest strength in this matchup is for Brigitte being able to take out a full health Tracer with a single quick combo, if the Tracer is ever caught by the shield bash. Flipping back to the other end, Bastian is another hard counter to Brigitte, as he can easily shred through any barrier, and with hers being a lot weaker than the other barriers, it gets destroyed even faster. Bastian is also immune to knockback while in sentry form. Hanzo is a soft counter because he should always be out of range of any of Brigitte's attacks. The barrier will provide protection, but it forces you to play a lot more defensively than you might want to. Junkrat is one of the biggest counters to Brigitte. He can easily shred through the barriers, and his high damaging attacks minimize the effectiveness of armor. Mei is another neutral matchup, as both characters have strong defenses against each other. Often, these two end up in a long, drawn-out stalemate. Against Torbjorn, Brigitte has some advantage. Using your barrier, you can get close to the turret without taking damage, or use it to shield your teammates when they get targeted. The whip shot can also be effective in moving the Torbjorn away from the turret when he's trying to build or repair it. Widowmaker is another soft counter, quite similar to Hanzo. She will likely never be in range for Brigitte to ever attack her, but again, the shield will provide some protection. The drawback is, once more, you have to play more defensively than you might want to. Versus Diva, there is a slight advantage. Diva's attacks can be blocked by the barrier, and the damage is cut in half versus armor. Defense Matrix is completely useless, and the other mech abilities can also be interrupted. The barrier, even at 1 hit point, can still fully block all the damage from Diva's ultimate. Erisa is another neutral matchup, as she can be immune to most of Brigitte's abilities, but also doesn't pose much of a threat to Brigitte either. Against Reinhardt, there is a slight advantage. Both primary attacks go through the barrier, as well as Brigitte's stun. However, Reinhardt's stun will be blocked by the barrier. Whip Shot and Shield Bash can also shut down a charging Reinhardt, and the Shield Bash easily stops Reinhardt's ultimate. Versus Roadhog, again, there's a slight advantage. Brigitte can block the hook meant for her, or instantly heal a teammate who's been hooked. The Shield Bash is also great at interrupting Roadhog's self-heal, and the Whip Shot can push away a Roadhog using his ultimate. Winston is easily hard-countered by Brigitte. She may not be able to get the elimination on him, but she can easily interrupt, stun, or simply push Winston away from his intended target. Your attacks go through his barrier, and his damage is cut in half versus armor. Supports are normally a good target for Winston, but Brigitte is the exact opposite. The Zarya matchups are fairly neutral. There's really nothing Brigitte can interrupt with her stun, and her own defenses mitigate much of the damage that Zarya can do. Brigitte does, however, need to be careful, as her normal attack has such a wide area, you might accidentally hit a Zarya bubble. Ana is a soft counter to Brigitte. Her Sleep Dart can be blocked easily, but the Bionade is devastating at preventing Brigitte from healing. It can also be thrown to the side of the shield and still hit Brigitte. The mirror match is always going to be neutral for obvious reasons. Lucio is another neutral matchup where he isn't much of a threat to Brigitte, but at the same time it's difficult for her to deal enough damage before he gets away. There is a slight advantage against Mercy. While she's going to try to keep her distance away from Brigitte, Mercy's most powerful ability, the Resurrect, can easily be interrupted by both the Shield Bash and the Whip Shot. The Moira matchup is also neutral. Similar to the fight with Mei, Brigitte versus Moira typically ends up being a long, drawn-out stalemate. Against Symmetra, there is a slight advantage. If Brigitte gets in close, she can alternate her attack and shield to mitigate Symmetra's damage, followed up by a Shield Bash combo for the elimination. Brigitte is also good at dealing with Symmetra's sentries. And lastly is Zenyatta, where once again, Brigitte will have a slight advantage. Zenyatta will usually stay at a distance and out of Brigitte's range, but since he has no mobility, it's easy for Brigitte to close the distance while avoiding all damage with her barrier. Once she gets close enough, a Shield Bash combo makes quick work of Zenyatta. What hero counters, strengths, and weaknesses would you like to see next? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my Discord server. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links for that stuff are down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault. Also, special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for helping to make this all possible. If you'd like to see what kind of cool rewards you can get for supporting the channel, check the links on screen and down below.